Hey guys, the actions back again. Part two of a lot for the strategy guide on 5 Black Ops Nazi Zombies. And as you can see, I just start using the teleporter, and it usually takes me back to this room. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the elevator up here to downstairs, elevator from downstairs to the basement, and then the teleporter from the basement usually brings you back up to the beginning. So if that confused you at all, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much all you do. And always call the elevator as soon as you get up here, which I didn't do. But in later rounds, when you have crawlers, they do die sometimes, and it's nice to have that elevator ready to go when that happens. But yeah, this is going to be round 8, and always get Juggernaut as soon as you can. It's very important for this guide, and so is double tap. If you get an MG, you should get double tap if you can afford it. If you can spare two grand, you should go ahead and buy double tap, because that will be very useful, especially with the ray gun. That will be very good. But if you prefer to use an SMG, then you don't really need it. But it's awesome for either a shotgun or a ray gun and an MG. Now, the stakeout is good for the first 10 to 12 rounds. Then it starts becoming a 2-shot kill and 3-shot kill, and that's when you want to get rid of it. So try to get a ray gun as soon as you possibly can, and trade it for the shotgun, because you need at least one blast gun that's going to take them out with like 1 or 2 shots at least. You don't want a gun that's just going to take half a clip to kill of spraying. Just spray half a clip into them. But claymores, they're very useful. What you should do is you should plant them while you're running, or whichever way you're going to be running. Don't turn around and plant it like I did the first one, because it's better to get more zombies when they're running at you with the laser pointing the same way. So if you're wondering what the DEFCON things are for, once you get all 5 linked up, or activated rather, you will be able to go to the Pack-a-Punch room, and Pack-a-Punch upgrade your gun for 5,000 points, or 1,000 points if you get the Pack-a-Punch sale bonus. So if you see a power-up like that back there, just make a circle. It'll last long enough. More than likely it'll last long enough. I think I have 1 or 2 things that don't last, but that's because I got caught up with other things. But in early rounds like this, just make a complete circle. It won't really matter. And don't knife into hordes like that, because they will slap you and more than likely kill you. But yeah, take advantage of those drops, especially insta-kill. Just go crazy with it. And always try to keep at least 1 zombie for a crawler, which I was very lucky I did that this round, because I just about shot him. But then I remembered, wait, I need a crawler. But you should always make a crawler at the end of every round, so that way you can go get your ray gun, get your monkeys, get ammo, whatever you gotta do. And monkeys are extremely useful, especially for when you go down. Like, if you know you're gonna go down, go ahead and throw a monkey towards the center of the map, so that way when you come up, you've at least got a few seconds to run. And then as soon as you get up, throw another one so you can get Juggernaut again, because you will not last without Juggernaut. Because, I mean, there's just so many of them, you're gonna need it. And then, let's see, what else is there? Stay on the outside of the map, never go to the center, because especially after you have the power turned on, they will come through that teleporter and just walk through it and take shortcuts and all that stuff, and it'll mess you up big time. As you can see, I finally get the MG, so I go ahead, to this area, back to this room, whatever it's called. Plant my claymores, rebuild some barriers. I do recommend that you rebuild them every round, at least as many as you can get, and then so that way you can have a few seconds to get ready for it. And after 1 or 2 rounds spent with the power on, chances are you're gonna have that thief. So plant your claymores there and right where I'm standing, and have your weakest gun ready. If you have a ray gun, use whatever other gun you have. Keep that ray gun. It's very important to have it. So you see, just spray him as he comes up best you can, and then chase him the best you can. It's kind of hard to predict his movement, but usually stay to the outside and he'll eventually come around. The key about this is predicting his path, I guess, and just keeping up with him. He's so daggone fast. And if you don't know where he is, look for the red number trail. That'll lead you straight to him. But and I should not have done that. I should have gone through the teleporter with him. Always go through the teleporter with him. And as you see, he gets away, and I have to lose my MG, and but I do get a max ammo out of it, so that's nice. So if that ever happens, just run up, buy an MP5 off the wall. It's the easiest thing, it's closest, and it'll do for the 1 round. You'll be fine. But if you're beginning a round and you still have your 2 claymores, just keep them. And if it, just use them whenever there's like a big crowd of them, whatever. Just plant it while you're running away. It'll usually get you more points, because normally if you plant them right away, it'll only get you maybe 1 kill, or if even that, so if you can kill 2 or 3 or wound 2 or 3, that's better than 1. So try and do that. So pretty much you're just gonna run around some more, run around in circles. Remember, use grenades. Don't overuse them though. Don't throw all the grenades you have in 1 round, because you only regenerate about 3 or 4. I can't remember how much it is. How many? It might be 2. I don't even remember. But you only get so many back at the beginning of every round, so be sparing with them. Don't spam them for no reason. And yeah, again, power-ups, make a circle, go around. Don't ever try to rush backwards to get a power-up. They're not worth it. You can only use Quick Revive 3 times. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my own words. But in insta-kill, try to save all your ammo, as much ammo possible. You'll need it in later rounds. And plus, knifing just gives you more points, which they actually fixed in this game. I love that fact. It used to be 100 for shooting them and 100 for knifing them, but they finally made it to where it's 130 for a knife and 100 for either 60 or 100 for shooting them. I can't remember which one. But be careful when you're knifing crawlers like that. I have had Juggernaut and went down several times because I didn't keep track of how many times he had actually hit me, and he actually took me down. And he was the last zombie alive too, which was pretty pathetic. But yeah, now I try to get rid of my MP5, get my MG back that I lost. But try and work with what you have. Don't just give up because you don't get the gun you want. Just keep going. You never know how well it'll turn out. But try to keep the crawlers away from the box if you can. And if a teddy bear appears, then look at the TV right there. Well, I don't know if you saw it, but if you keep an eye on that TV right there, it'll show you like a little preview of where it is. It's not always going to be down in the basement. Sometimes it'll move to where you started, or there's a spot, I believe, in the in that war room, whatever it's called. But yeah, the TVs will help you. And also, I will show you how to do the music Easter egg later on in the rounds if you don't know how to do that. Very simple. You just look for the red phones, look at them, press and hold X, and a song will start playing. One of them is in the starting room. Another one is I believe down here. Yeah, I believe it's back there in that teleporter room. And then there's another one in the Pack-a-Punch room. So anytime you go into the Pack-a-Punch room and you want to use the Easter egg, go ahead and look for it while you're in there, and don't waste a Pack-a-Punch just for that. But I do not know how the spaz works, how well that works for the strategy guide, so I didn't use it. I know it's a lot weaker in multiplayer than the stakeout, so I kind of went based off of that, because I didn't want to risk messing up the recording, so I just put it back in the box. But I'll try it later, and I'll post an update about how that works, if you guys are interested in that. If you're interested in that, just either shoot a message or comment, whichever you prefer, whichever's easiest for you. And if you prefer that, then if you prefer me to do that rather, then I'll post an update about that, about my thoughts and opinions about that, and let you know. So, beginning of round 11. It's getting exciting. Not really. But this is when it starts to get a little bit crazy. Just a little. Not to the point where it's unbearable or aggravating, but a little more challenging. Like I said, try to take 1 or 2 hits and then just wait for your health to regenerate. And even when the little red bar has disappeared, go ahead and wait a little longer. Because I've had my red bar to completely disappear, and then as soon as it disappeared, I went and knifed another crawler, and I went down, even though the hit markers had already gone away, which was pretty stupid. They need to fix that. But yeah, this game will mess you up so many times. But yeah, try to knife the crawlers in the end, because you want to save your ammo. You'll need it more in later rounds, rather than just kill a crawler that you could have knifed a few times. And later, if you can afford it and you want it, go ahead and get the Bowie knife. That comes in very handy. Instead of knifing them like 10, 12 times just to kill one crawler, you can knife them about 3 or 4 and they're gone, which is awesome. And the first gun you want to upgrade is the what I call the power gun, which is the shotgun or the ray gun, whichever one you have. And the stakeout becomes the raid, and it has 10 shells per, I guess, magazine you would call it. And when you reload, it reloads 2 shells at a time, just like the trench gun, which is absolutely awesome. I love that fact. And it looks absolutely amazing too. I love it. And try not to ever run away from zombies. If you can run towards them and run around them, go ahead and do that. Because chances are, if you run backwards, you're gonna bump into the horde that's behind you, and then they're gonna surround you and smack you, and you're gonna go down. But I don't believe I get my first down until about round 15, somewhere around in there. I can't remember. But I make it a while on my first life, which because I was really focused on trying hard. I wanted a decent. I wanted to get to a decent round, because I mean, you don't want to go down on round 15 like I did in the last one. But yeah, now that I have a bunch of crawlers, just turn around, start. Well, that's the end of part 2, and I'll be back soon with part 3. See you then.